Today I'm filming one of my favorite kinds of videos, a video whereby I want to open your eyes. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I am not part of the medical community. What I do have is a lot of experience. When I looked up these certain characteristics or personality types, it listed it as being a narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic behavior was normalized to me because from a young age, a lot of my relatives and the people that I've had friendships with, a lot of them have been narcissists. And I didn't understand this concept until recently. I started to do some research and this is what I found. So narcissistic personality disorder is one of several types of personality disorders, and it's a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, troubled relationships, and a lack of empathy for others. Now the symptoms are as follows: an exaggerated sense of self-importance, a sense of entitlement, and require constant excessive admiration. Expect to be recognized as superior even without achievements that warrant it. Exaggerate achievements and talents. They are preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate. Believe they are superior and can only associate with equally special people. They monopolize conversations and belittle or look down on people they perceive as inferior. Expect special favors and unquestioning compliance with their expectations. Take advantage of others to get what they want. Have an inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. They are envious of others and believe that others envy them. They behave in an arrogant or haughty manner, coming across as conceited, boastful, and pretentious, and insist on having the best of everything. For instance, the best car or office or makeup or clothing, etc., etc. Now, I'd like to add some of my own points. Look out for people who are always smiling and laughing a lot when they're telling you things that are very hurtful towards you. So if someone's always smiling and laughing, but they're saying stuff and you're kind of like, oh, this person's smiling, but I feel awful right now. If they're really loud, and so wherever they are, they need the attention of everyone in the room to look at them, to stop what they're doing and look at them. Again, another red flag. If they're repeating your name over and over again, Rosanna, 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 look at me, Rosanna, look at me, look at me, Rosanna, look at me. Woo! Major red flags, people. If you meet these people and 5 minutes later they're telling you they love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And so you feel the need to tell them that you love them, or now they make you feel like somehow you're locked into a friendship or a relationship and you don't even know this person, red flag. If these people are very touchy-feely, so if people are constantly petting you and touching you and making you feel like you're somehow special, and what it is they're grooming you. They're grooming you so that in the future you will believe whatever they tell you, or that you will have this false sense of trust that these people have your best interest in mind. Be aware. If they give you a lot of gifts, gifts are great, who doesn't love gifts? But there is a certain level where there's too many gifts, or if you feel a sense like you need to buy them gifts because they're giving you gifts, something may be off. If they never take responsibility for anything, they never apologize, or they never admit when they were wrong, even though they may know they're wrong, but they'll never admit to it. Or if your friend will only apologize if you apologize first, major red flags. Also, I thought I'd throw this in there because, again, I've had a lot of people like this who speak in a baby voice and they're grown adults, but they think that if they talk like this, you will somehow sympathize with them and not question their behavior, or maybe their toxic behavior or language towards you because they have a soft and sultry and lovely voice, but deep down, they're hurting you with their words. That is a possible red flag. Some of these people, and actually there is this one person who I'm thinking about who is a word wizard. So a lot of these personality, perhaps narcissist, they're word wizards. So they're really smart. They have a lot of knowledge. And so they can talk you into this spiral where you have no idea where you are, what planet you're on, because they're just throwing buzzwords at you and they just sound really, really smart. And you're so confused and you start to doubt whether or not you're smart. And is it because I'm not smart that I'm not understanding? No, they're trying to mind duck you into believing that somehow they're superior because they're smarter. And how dare you question them? You should just go along with everything that they're saying because they know better and they're smarter and they're better, but they're not. They also make you feel really guilty and shameful. So say if you question them or you say, I don't agree with that, they'll make you feel like you are the worst person in the world. What? What do you mean? What? You're the first person that's ever said that to me. How could you say that? You totally misunderstood what I said. How could you make me feel like this? I don't like the way you're making me feel. They don't like the way that you're making them feel when they're the ones who are trying to mind duck you. And here are major red flags: explosive behavior and rage. So these people cannot control their emotions. And so if you're having a conversation with someone and they go from 0 to 1,000,000 and they fly off the handle and they are like going for the jugular to get back at you, major red flags. I want you to be able to get to a point in your life, instead of reacting to people and your triggers, you start to respond to life and start to distance yourself and become the observer. So no matter when someone enters your life or your day or your space, and if they're filled with drama or they're filled with their own sense of insecurity or lack of self-worth, or they are a survivor of trauma but they haven't resolved their issues and now they are coming to you to dominate you and to put you down to make themselves feel better, more superior, I want you to start to observe the behavior and start to question it. And don't reject what you feel inside. Trust yourself. Trust the feelings that you're getting inside, and don't believe everything that people say to you. Look within, and when your body is telling you, I don't know about this, and even though all these people are buying what this person is saying, I don't agree with it. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right. If it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, guess what? It's a duck, and maybe no one else sees that it's a duck, but you know that it's a duck, and that's all that matters. So how do you deal with these kinds of people who may or may not be narcissistic? It's very simple. You don't. You don't deal with them, because no matter what, you will never win. They will always find a way to make you feel like you're crazy, that you're wrong, that you don't know what you're talking about, that you can't trust your inner intuition that is telling you that these people are not good for you. And a lot of times, they'll actually shatter your lives. These people may swindle you out of your finances. You'll be questioning, who am I? After an interaction with them, you'll have really low self-esteem. And I'm only saying these things because this is how I have felt after dealing with people like this. You know, we're really lucky. We live in a day and age where there is so much information out there. 20 years ago, we didn't have what we have now with the internet, where you can actually follow pages on Instagram or listen to podcasts of people who are actual therapists, who are licensed to practice therapy and can give you some sound advice, or go and actually speak to a licensed therapist to get some resolution and healing after dealing with someone who displays these types of characteristics. Or you can go to the bookstore, you can get some really great books with really great information on how to look out for these people in the future. So don't be hard on yourself. Forgive yourself for having welcomed these people into your life, because again, it could be like my situation where I grew up with these types of personalities, and so I didn't realize that these people were really bad for me and they made me feel awful, and then I had to pick myself up off the floor to move on. I had to distance myself from these people very far away because I knew I could never change them, and I didn't want them to be able to change me and just make me a clone of them, because I knew that it wasn't right. But now I feel so much stronger. I'm so much more clear in these types of personalities. When something doesn't feel right, question it and don't just leave it there. Go out, do your research, find the information that you need, whether it's in a book, whether it's following people who can offer some sound and clinical advice, or actually go and speak to someone who can help you. I would love to hear from you if you found this video helpful, if you have had a situation with someone in your life with this kind of personality, or if you want more videos like this with other topics. Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and remember that the wisdom and peace that you seek is already inside you.